Elf ball.
Elf ball.
Elf ball.
Elf ball. Welcome to Elf Ball, the musical.
Welcome to Abomination of Llanowar. As far as our opening hand goes, yes, we will keep on this one. We've got Forest into Elvish Mystic or Fyndhorn Elves with Grapple in the past. And I kind of like that. So it's going to lead off with Forest. Let's lead it off with, let's go Fyndhorn Elves. I never really get to cast Fyndhorn Elves. So let's lead off with Fyndhorn. So anything else, we will pass the turn. But yes, welcome to Abomination, Elf Ball the Musical. Hopefully Najeela and all of her warriors will sit there and enjoy the Elf Ball musical show that's about to happen right before them. So, okay, there we go. And we'll let our opponent get. They said they picked the wrong deck, so I just hopped in the chat and said, if you want to restart, we can certainly restart. So I was just going to wait from them. But while they're doing that, we will cover our commanders. So we're playing Abomination of Llanowar. Vigilance and Menace, and then Abomination's power and toughness are equal to the number of elves you control plus the number of elves in your graveyard. There we go. Our opponent said they're cool with it, so we're going to have some fun. Let's get it going. Playing against Najeela, the Blade Blossom. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature token that's tapped and attacking. Then for a Wooburg activation, we'll cover that in a second. So, Farhaven Elf. Man, I really want to make the land drop this turn. So let's go for Grapple with the Pass. We're going to mill 3. Oh, look at that. That's a beauty right there. We're going to grab Nurturing Peatland, click OK. Let's play Nurturing Peatland. Let's go for Elvish Mystic. There we go. And then anything else, we will pass turn over there. With Najeela, the Wooburg activation. Untap all attacking creatures. They gain Trample, Lifelink, Haste until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Activate this only during combat. So there we go. Cover both commanders. And we'll let our opponent get the turn going. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you'd like to sit front row at Elf Ball the Musical, hey, consider using my bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/JoltMTG. Next time you get some cards, use that. That's going to allow you to get cards and help support the channel at the same time. It costs you nothing. And it does go. To all the people who have used it, hey, thank you very much. It does add up over time, so thank you very much for that. Also, let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders. If you like to play Commander online, they have got you covered. Be sure to check them out for any sort of the new cards, especially with the new set releasing called Kelatam. Haven't watched a video on how to pronounce it yet, so we'll see what's going to happen. And then we draw into Guy's Cradle, which is opponent goes, good luck, have fun. We certainly will. So let's go for Guy's Cradle. And I think at this point, yeah, I kind of like this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Farhaven Elf. That's going to be 3 for Guy's Cradle. Let's go 1, 2, 3, Farhaven Elf. That'll be 1, 2. Yeah, that'll be just enough. So let's do this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Tap down Fyndhorn Elves. Let's get that land onto the battlefield. Definitely use that ability. Let's grab ourselves a basic swamp. That comes into play. Tap. Let's tap down Guy's Cradle. That's going to be Abomination of Llanowar. Tap down for black. Oh, this is beautiful. We're getting the musical going. Anything else past the turn. So we're actually in a really good spot. We've got Abrupt Decay for Najeela. This is going to be able to stop that. One of the hard things about Najeela is that it's 5-color warriors, and so typically they'll have a lot of control aspects to it. So at least having a removal spell that doesn't care about whether or not it's countered or not, it's certainly going to be a good thing. So also, let's give a quick shout out to inkgaming.com. If you go to inkgaming.com/Jolt, it's going to give you 10% off your order. And while you're there, you can check out some of my Mad Neon playmats. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to directly support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home, it is officially free time. Let's have some fun. So this is a very good elf start. This is pretty much what you want to see. Get out some of your early mana dorks, get one of your 3 value drops. Something like Farhaven Elf is going to get your head on a land drop. And then you can also go for Abomination. That's going to allow us to really start getting that going. Now with Demonic Tutor, we've got Demonic Tutor and we do have Abrupt Decay. Now if our opponent's completely tapped out, we'll probably end up going for Go for the Throat on Najeela just to stop that. And then we'll see what we want to end up grabbing with Demonic Tutor. But we'll probably want to grab something pretty good. I think I kind of like grabbing some sort of combat trick. So let's go Urborg, make the land drop for the turn. Yeah, and let's do this. While opponent's tapped out, it's going to be black. Tap down for green. Get rid of Najeela. And let's go It was wait. Oh, there we go. Waiting for our opponent to send back to the stress. Like, why is Demonic Tutor not working? Let's go black. Tap down Guy's Cradle. Let's go Demonic Tutor, and let's get this popped out. What is gonna help us power out Abomination? I know this is goofy, but I think we just might grab Elvis Champion. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's go Elvis Champion. Everybody has Forest Walk, and they've got a tropical island out there. So let's send the entire crew in. So we're going to right-click, tack all. We've got 6/6 coming across with Vigilance and Menace with Abomination. That's going to be 6, 8, 10. That's going to be 12. There we go. Look at that. It feels like we're the Najeela deck, but this feels pretty good. But yeah, with Abomination, this is, man, this is a fun deck. I love it. Like, whenever they released Abomination of Llanowar, because when I got into Magic, Llanowar Elf was legal in like M11, M12 or something like that. And so I just love it. I love the fact that you can have an elf come down, really help your board state, get ahead on mana. And I've always loved Golgarian. The fact that, I've loved Voltron, the fact that we have this Voltron threat that doesn't matter if it's the graveyard or the elves on the battlefield, it's still going to get that bonus. Beautiful balance of, you can use this as an introductory deck to somebody, or if you just simply want to go ham, put stuff like Berserk in there, Sword of Feast and Famine, different things like that. We can certainly make it happen. Now, one of the things that we can go for in this deck to try to go for the win, we do have Tainted Strike. We do have Essence Harvest, which is a wonderful option for the deck. No, excuse me, Rite of Consumption. Rite of Consumption is going to allow us to sacrifice Abomination, deal that damage to our opponent. So you can use different things like that to really just power out this board state and have a lot of fun. But yeah, with the Elvish Champ, yeah, because we could have grabbed a couple different things. There's Timberwatch Elf, which target creature gets +X/+X for each elf on the battlefield. But with the Elvish Champion, I felt really good about putting the pressure on Najeela by just having a Forest Walk option. So at this point, they've got Demonic Tutor active, so probably looking at like a Toxic Deluge, if they do have it in the deck. We do have Urborg out there, so it's going to help them power that out. So we'll see what they have. But still, even then, if they end up going Najeela, you can see we're just simply going Golgari, having these wonderful Golgari removal spells. We're still going to be able to keep Najeela down at this point right now. But yeah, there's just so many ways you can take Abomination. It has the strengths of Tribal Elf right there. So you have this one of the best tribes in Magic. Everything's going to flow really well. If you've seen my Get Rock Hypnotoad deck, that's a ton of fun because we're trying to get all these enchantments on there. Now, imagine if you built like a Enchantress deck with Abomination. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff out there that you can have a lot of fun with. Now, depending on what they grab with Demonic Tutor, it might have been a mana crypt just to get ahead on mana. But even then, if they have some sort of removal for Abomination, we're still in a pretty good spot, because with it only costing 3, we're looking at a 5-mana commander to drop that down. It's always a very good feeling. And that's going to be a Renegade. But yeah, but against Najeela, there's been a lot of times where I've gotten beaten pretty bad by Najeela, so it feels pretty good to get off to a quick early start. But yeah, there's just tons of ways that you can take this deck. We do have Poison Tip Archer. That way, if we do end up with this thriving board state with all these elves, something happens to it, we can cash in that Poison Tip Archer. We've got Underrealm Lich in here, which is really going to allow us to late game. If you don't know about Underrealm Lich, draw a card, look at the top 3, basically brainstorm for 3, and then put what in the graveyard what you don't want, and put 1 into your hand. So that's really going to fuel out Abomination. There's just so many ways that you can take this deck. And one of the cool things is you can just run these little light packages in here. You can run like this light Reanimator package. You can run light Elf Tribal, maybe just mana that you're going for. Whatever that is, it is very open. Now, we do have Abrupt Decay. And we'll see if we want to stop this, but at this point, we got Forest Walk active. So let's see what we draw into. That's going to be an additional forest. So let's make the land drop for the turn. And that is a warrior, and that is also a human warrior. So let's swing in with the Forest Walk crew. And we'll hold back Elvis Champion. There we go. Swinging in, that's going to be 8. That's going to be 12 coming across again. That's going to drop our opponent down to 6. And then if things get nutty on our opponent's side, let's say they do end up going for Najeela, we're still holding on to Abrupt Decay, we've got an answer, it's uncounterable, we're still going to be able to stop this. So short of seeing just a full total board wipe, we should be able to close it out next turn. And that's also one of the cool things about a deck like this, is even if we do see a board wipe, we get Abomination back down, and it's still pretty much going to be a 6/6. We got the Elf Ball going, so there we go. They get the Mana Crypt trigger. See if they lose this flip. That'll help us out if they drop them down to 3. And, I don't know, they stay at 6. They hold firm on that one. So we'll see what they end up deploying out, but we'll use this beautiful Abrupt Decay art to take care of whatever sort of threat is out there to kind of clear the way. One thing in this deck that I want to get out so bad, and I haven't yet in my recordings, Dragon Throne of Tarkir. With Dragon Throne, let's get that popped up, because that is... You hear me talk about good magic. That is some good magic right there. So let's grab Dragon Throne. Typing it into Scryfall. Oh, goodness, how did I mess that up? Let me see. Oh, I got the A mixed up. G-O-N. Dragon Throne. There we go. All right, so equip creature as defender, and then for a 2-mana activation, tap other creatures you control, gain trample, and get +X/+X, where this is this creature's power. So we get Dragon Throne on there. Go for that activated ability. Everybody's going to get +6/+6. You can see the tribal aspect coming down, the Voltron aspect, and then at the end of the day, you get to imagine Abomination of Llanowar sitting in the Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Making random noises. I don't know. I love it. All right. So opponent's got 5 cards in the hand. They do have 3 mana available. I think at this point, we'll probably still end up going Abrupt Decay just to stop those tokens. They're not going to be able to stop us on the back end. But, well, I guess let's just see what they end up casting right now. Okay. So that's going to be Chief of the Scale. And if that's it, that should be game. I mean, they're going to get a few extra warrior tokens. And they swing in for 2 extra tokens? Yeah, I think we're good on this one. Okay, so they're simply just going to go ahead and pass the turn. Let's see if they... Yeah, we can just hold up Abrupt Decay. They're tapped out on mana, so we don't have to worry about any funny business Lebowski on this one. So we'll see how they decide to swing in. But yeah, Dragon Throne of Tarkir. That's the one that I definitely want to get on here. And that's the other cool thing is that, you know, no matter the build of Abomination that you go for, just tossing Dragon Throne of Tarkir in there gives you a... like mini Crater Hoot from the Dragon Throne. I don't know. Pretty cool. All right, so that's going to be Howler. And that's going to flip, I think. It's going to turn back into a human. And then we'd run into... Oh, there we go. Run into the Space Edition Llanowar Elf. So let's go and swing with the entire crew. That's going to be Abomination coming across. Forest Walk. There we go. We'll let that happen. And we'll see if there's any sort of last-minute things from our opponent, but I think we're going to be able to get it on this one. So we've got the 6 coming across. That's going to put them down to 18 total commander damage, put them down to 0, and we will close the game out. Look at Elvish Champion putting in some good, honest tribal work for us today. Let's see. There we go. All right, there we go. Opponents can scoop it up on this one. Good game to our opponent. We did get off to a pretty quick start, but, you know, grabbing something like Elvish Champion, it's not that high impact of a card, but simply just, you know, having a tropical island out there, giving a 6/6 forest walk is, that's enough to get it done sometimes. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.